Hello, my friends. Good evening. This is Tosif, and I'm starting this new live stream. The time right now is 11:56 p.m. Friday night, and I appreciate you all for tuning in for this live stream. Friday night, heading into the weekend. It's November the 7th right now, but very soon, in just 4 minutes, it's going to be November the 8th. And we're going into the weekend, and when we think of a weekend, after a busy week, people look forward to the weekend. It's supposed to be a time for relaxation. It's supposed to be a time for enjoyment. Do what you like. Spend time with friends. Spend time with family. Go someplace nice. Go and watch a movie. Go and eat at a nice restaurant. Have a party. Have a gathering. Or just relax. Read a book. Get some peace of mind. I mean, that's what people think when they think of a weekend, right? Usually. AC Cruz, good to see you. Always wonderful to see our friend AC Cruz from Arizona. AC, thank you for being here. How are you doing, AC? Do you have any nice plans for the weekend? I'm talking about the weekend, and I'm just saying weekend is supposed to be a time when you just relax, enjoy, do what you like. But for those people who are affected by the government shutdown, the weekend is not going to be a time for joy. The weekend is not going to be a time for relaxation. Those who are suffering because of the longest government shutdown in the history of the United States. The federal workers who have been furloughed, the federal workers who are working without pay, the federal workers who are living with great uncertainty, for them, this weekend is not going to be a time for joy. They are going to be worried about how to put food on the table because the paycheck is not coming. Those who are they're suffering. Those who are working without pay, they're struggling very much. So we're heading into the weekend with a great deal of uncertainty because of the government shutdown and because of the Democrats. This is the longest federal government shutdown in the history of the United States. So just think about what the Democrats have accomplished. The Democrats have succeeded in inflicting pain and suffering on the American people. This is the Democrats' accomplishment. If somebody asks, okay, you got a party here, Democrat Party. What did this party achieve? Something significant that this party, the Democrats, something that they have achieved, something significant. Name something significant they have achieved. The Democrats have achieved their goal of ensuring the longest federal government shutdown in the history of the United States of America. Their accomplishment is that in a calculated manner, in a very calculated manner, they have inflicted suffering in the lives of the American people. This is what the Democrats have done to the United States of America. The world is watching. The world can see what is going on in our country. On one hand, you see President Trump making America great again, signing peace deals, securing trade deals. President Donald J. Trump strengthening our friendship with our allies. President Donald J. Trump sending strong message to our adversaries. Our enemies know that America is more powerful than ever before thanks to President Donald J. Trump. So while President Trump is doing all these great things, and it's not just President Trump, it's his Republican allies, the Republicans in Washington, the Republicans, the freedom-loving people, our elected leaders, the Republicans, the conservatives in Washington, in the United States Senate, in the United States House of Representatives, and President Trump's cabinet and his entire administration, full of amazing people. They are working hard every single day, every moment, day and night. They are working to make America not just great again, but the greatest country ever and the strongest ever, stronger than ever before. And then the Democrats, they are focused on dragging this shutdown further. They're making it longer and longer every day. It is now the longest government shutdown in America's history. We don't know when the Democrats will come to the table, when they are going to vote to reopen the United States government. We still do not know. For 38 days, the federal government has been shut down. It continues to be shut down. It remains shut down. 38 days. Oh, I'm sorry. Now it's day 39. It is now day 39. Officially, we crossed midnight. Now we are into the 39th day of shutdown. The uncertainty is reaching a boiling point. How many times do we have to repeat this statement, this fact, that this shutdown is affecting human lives, human beings of flesh and blood who work hard every day just to earn their paycheck, just to be able to put food on the table, just to be able to afford the basic necessities in life, just to be able to make sure that their household is running smoothly. The American people working hard to earn paycheck just to make sure that they can feed their kids, that they can provide for their family, so that they can take care of their spouses. The American people working hard and now not getting paycheck because of the Democrats. Over and over and over again, the Democrats have voted to keep the government shut down. With each vote, there was an opportunity to reopen government. But they voted. United, they voted. As a party, they voted to keep the government shut down, and it is still shut down. My friends, lives of real people are being affected. I'll keep saying this. Some of you may be telling me, hey, Tosif, we've heard this before. You've said this. We've been listening to your live streams. You've said this before. Why are you repeating it? Because the Democrats keep repeating the same thing. They keep voting to keep the government shut down. And so as long as the Democrats keep voting to keep the government shut down, I will continue to say these things over and over again. Because people need to know the truth. People need to understand how the Democrats are destroying this country by keeping the government shut down. Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars we're losing every day, every week. The longer this goes on, as a country, it's our loss. It's our loss. It's your loss. It's my loss. The United States of America. It is the land of dreams. It's the land of opportunity. It's the land of freedom. But what are we seeing right now? People's dreams are being crushed and destroyed. People's freedom is being restricted by the Democrats. People are suffering. Why? People are struggling. Why? Because of the Democrats. This is the land, the United States of America, where people work hard to build a better life for themselves and their families. So how come there are federal employees all over the United States working and not getting paid? So many furloughed and others working and not getting paid. My friends, let's talk about the airports. But I want to ask you, anyone looking to travel this month for Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, looking to travel, maybe not for Thanksgiving, but you're looking to travel for something else. Maybe you have a business trip coming up, maybe a personal trip, maybe you're going to visit a friend, maybe you're going to visit your family or a loved one. Are you going to travel by air? Are you planning to go to an airport and board a plane? There's uncertainty there as well. The crisis at the airports is intensifying. Secretary Sean Duffy is dealing with a lot of problems right now because of the Democrat shutdown, because of the Schumer shutdown. My friends, Secretary Sean Duffy, by the way, he's an excellent leader. I've said this before. I was very happy when President Trump nominated him for the position of the Secretary of Transportation. He's doing a great job. So Secretary Sean Duffy is having to deal with unbelievable crisis. Unprecedented crisis. Because this is the longest ever government shutdown. The Schumer shutdown. So Secretary Sean Duffy and the Federal Aviation Administration administrator, the FAA administrator, announced a series of proactive actions that the FAA will take to maintain safety in the airspace system. There are some steps that are absolutely necessary to make sure that people can travel safely. One of the decisions, a very big one, is the decision to have a temporary 10% reduction in flights at 40 high traffic airports across the United States. Now, this is not a hasty decision. This is not a decision that Secretary Duffy and his team arrived at easily. It is not a light decision. It is not something that you sit down and suddenly decide to do. No, this is not an easy decision to make. Something as serious as this has to be done after careful thought, careful consideration, and after exploring all other options. A temporary 10% reduction in flights at 40 high traffic airports across the United States of America. My friends, you got to understand that the air traffic controllers are under tremendous stress. They're not getting paid. Many air traffic controllers are having to pick up other jobs to make ends meet. And there are lots of issues that they're dealing with. The air traffic controllers, I mean, this should not be happening, but it is happening. The air traffic controllers, they are suffering so much. And listen, you got to understand, this is not a very high paid job, especially the air traffic controllers who are newer. We're not talking about the senior officials. You got to look at those who are new, those who have been there a couple years. You have to understand they don't get paid a ton of money. They don't have huge savings. If they miss a paycheck, it's very challenging for them to deal with that loss of a paycheck. If they miss 2 paychecks, things get worse. If they miss 3 paychecks, it's a nightmare scenario at that point. They don't have a lot of money sitting in their banks that they can just pull to meet their day-to-day expenses. They don't have huge savings that they can tap into when they miss a paycheck or 2 paychecks. And the air traffic controllers, they are doing their jobs, and then they're having to pick up other jobs. It's unbelievable. Now, given all this, there's really no other option but to have a temporary 10% reduction in flights at 40 high traffic airports across the US. You have to understand the reason behind this decision. Secretary Duffy has made it very clear that his department has many responsibilities, but the number one responsibility, the number one priority. Let me ask you, what is the number one priority of the U.S. Department of Transportation? Go ahead, tell me. What is the number one priority? Especially when it comes to air travel, especially when it comes to managing the American airspace system. What is the number one priority? Who can tell me? Tangerine is here. Tangerine, good to see you. Our friend just joined, Tangerine. Tell me, what is the number one priority? Who can tell me that? That's right, you can try it. Go ahead. Safety. Absolutely. Safety is the number one priority. My friends, safety is the number one priority. And so the question has come up, is it safe to fly? Given the Schumer shutdown, is it safe to fly given the fact that the Democrats continue to keep the government shut down? Is it safe to go for air travel given the fact that Chuck Schumer and his allies continue to keep the government shut down? That is the question that people are asking. People see the Schumer shutdown. Every day they see what the Democrats are doing. Everyday people see that the Democrats are not taking any action to reopen government. The Schumer shutdown continues. And so people are asking, is it safe to fly? Is it safe to get up on a plane and to go for air travel? Is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? The question keeps coming up. And Secretary Duffy and his team, they're making sure that safety is the number one priority. My friends, Secretary Sean Duffy and his team, they want to ensure safety. And so the FAA administrator, the Federal Aviation Administration administrator, said that they're seeing signs of stress in the system. There's stress in the airspace management system. And so what is the agency doing? They are proactively reducing the number of flights to make sure that people can continue to fly safely. And the FAA administrator also said that the agency will continue to closely monitor operations, and if needed, the agency will take further action to make sure that air travel remains safe. So I'm going to share with you some information that the United States Department of Transportation published, all right? I'm going to give you a quote because people have questions. People want to know, okay, how is this 10%, temporary 10% reduction going to be implemented? And that's a fair question. And I like the fact when people ask those questions, they want to know the details. All right, a temporary 10% reduction in flights at 40 high traffic airports across the United States. But how is this 10% going to be implemented? Is it going to be all at once? Is it going to be a step-by-step approach? Give us some details, Tassif. My friends, that's what I'm here to do. I want to give you detailed information just so you can understand what's being done, what steps are being taken to ensure safety. So I'm going to read to you something from the United States Department of Transportation. It says, and I quote, a 4% reduction in operations will take effect Friday, November 7th, ramping up to 6% by November 11, 8% by November 13, and 10% by November 14, end quote. So it's going to be a gradual approach, but within a short span of time. Between November 7th and November 14th, this 10% reduction will be implemented step by step in 4 steps, not all at once. So November 7th, a 4% reduction. And November 7th is already gone. We're into November 8th now, as I've told you before. So the 4% reduction has taken place on November 7th. And by November 11th, which is going to be next week, it's going to be a 6%. And then by November 13th, it's going to be 8%. And by November 14th, it'll be 10%. So between November 7th and November 14th, it's going to go from 4% to 10%, step by step. So you can go online and look at the list of the 40 airports that are affected by this decision. It is a long list. You'll see some major names on that list. And I'm here in Wisconsin. So when I think of, okay, what are the airports close to me? Close to me meaning like within a few hour drive distance, okay? So O'Hare is probably the biggest airport close to me. That's right, O'Hare in Chicago. I'm in Wisconsin. For those who don't know, I'm in southern Wisconsin. Okay. And so O'Hare is close. It's about 2 hours. When I say O'Hare is close, I mean, people may be wondering, okay, how close? About 2 hours. 2 hours, give or take 2 hours. If I start driving right now, it'll take me 2 hours, give or take, maybe a little more, to get to O'Hare. Now, at this time of the night, there's not going to be a lot of traffic because it's past midnight now. So if I start driving right now, if I just decide, all right, no more live stream, I'm going to end this live stream, let's go to O'Hare, it's going to take me 2 hours, a little more, maybe a few minutes. So it's real close. A lot of people actually fly from O'Hare. If they live in southern Wisconsin, they decide, all right, we're going on a major trip, we're just going to drive to O'Hare and fly from there. So O'Hare is on that list of 40 airports. O'Hare is on there. So is Midway, Chicago Midway. And you look on the other side, because O'Hare is if you go south. But what about if you're going to northwest? From southern Wisconsin, you're heading towards Minnesota. What's going to happen there? The Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. That is also on the list. So what that means is Wisconsin is going to be impacted. Although I did not see the General Mitchell Airport on the list. But like I said, a lot of people, they fly from O'Hare. They use that airport because it's a major one. So this reduction, this temporary reduction in flights at 40 high-traffic airports across the United States is going to be impacting Wisconsinites. My fellow Wisconsinites are going to be impacted by this decision, but you know what? This is a necessary decision. I told you. It is not something that the department, this decision is not something that the department arrived at casually. No. It is not a casual decision. It is not a hasty decision. It is not something that is done lightly. But it is necessary. Why? Because the Democrats, at the end of the day, you got to understand all these problems, everything that we're talking about, it is because of the Democrats, the far left. You know what? The Democrat Party is turning into a group of communists. It's happening. It's happening faster than you can imagine. Communism has tremendous influence on the Democrats right now. How in the world did Zoran Mamdani get elected mayor of New York City? How did AOC get elected? And then you got Bernie Sanders, who I mentioned. He's like the coach. He's like the mentor, coaching the next generation of socialists and communists in the Democrat Party. My friends, this is serious. It's a serious matter. It's a long list of airports. And Secretary Sean Duffy, by the way, I gotta mention this again. I respect Secretary Sean Duffy. I appreciate what he's doing. I understand the difficulty of the job that he has. It's a 24-hour job. There's not a single moment of rest when you're talking about transportation. It's not just like what he's taking care of. It's not just air travel. Air travel is one part of his job. He's looking at surface transportation. He's looking at so many other forms of transportation. And air travel is what we're focusing on right now, because air travel is being impacted by the Schumer shutdown. Now, some of you here may be saying, Tausif, you keep calling it the Schumer shutdown, but didn't you at one point say that it's the Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries shutdown? That's right, I said that. And I still am going to say that. It's not just the Schumer shutdown. It is the Hakeem Jeffries, it is the Chuck Schumer, it is the AOC shutdown, it is the radical left shutdown. It is the Democrat Party shutdown. They have caused this. My friends, Secretary Sean Duffy wrote on X that he will employ every tactic to keep the flying public safe. Once again, safety being the number one priority. Secretary Sean Duffy, he's doing a great job. Now, Secretary Sean Duffy also presented the likely outcomes in this current situation. A situation caused by the Democrats. But Secretary Sean Duffy is telling us what are the things that may happen. He said that the flights will be delayed. He said that trips will get canceled, but the skies will remain safe because safety is the number one priority. Now, I don't know if you've done this. I have done this. I keep track of the statistics. You know, how many flights are getting delayed, how many flights are getting canceled. And actually, if you turn on the TV in the morning, the network I watch, you know, I appreciate the work that Fox News does. It's an amazing network. And I was watching, you know, Fox News this morning, and they would show in the corner of the screen how many flights are getting canceled, how many flights are getting delayed. And you look at the numbers climbing, every hour climbing. And it is so sad to watch what the Democrats have done to our country, what they're doing every day to cause massive economic damage to our country. My friends, if you want to blame someone, blame the Democrats. Blame Chuck Schumer and his allies for doing what they are doing to our country. So trips will get canceled, flights will get delayed. It's the reality given the Schumer shutdown. And blame the Democrats. So Secretary Sean Duffy, what he is doing, and I saw a really good video on X, a video that really highlights the things that the travelers are facing, what travelers are thinking. Secretary Duffy is going to airports across the United States, and he's talking to people, he's talking to the travelers. You can go on X, you can go to Secretary Sean Duffy's account on X. It's a video of Secretary Duffy talking to people at airports and asking them how the shutdown is affecting their travel. And you can go listen to what people have to say. They're very frustrated. But they're also thanking Sean Duffy for ensuring safety and his team for ensuring safety. My friends, the country is coming to a standstill, it seems. As I've said before, if you think that the private sector is not being impacted, think again. Yes, the private sector is being impacted. It's, you know, you think of, it's the federal government shutdown. Oh, it's just the federal government that's being shut down. Everything else is going to be fine. No. Everything's interconnected. The private sector depends on the federal government, depends on the agencies to operate smoothly, depends on the agencies and the bureaus and the divisions and the offices and the employees working there to fulfill their responsibilities each and every day. But if the federal workers are furloughed, if federal workers are working without pay, that is going to have an effect on the performance at these agencies. And so the private sector is also being greatly impacted, negatively impacted. The Schumer shutdown is having negative impacts far and wide. And it can all stop. It can all stop, and we can go back to living normal lives. We can go back to business as usual if the Democrats just vote to reopen the government. But we're falling behind. Even if the government reopens right now, it's going to be hard to catch up because we have fallen behind. 38 days of shutdown. We have fallen behind. 39 days of shutdown. We have fallen behind. We have already lost significant output that could have been produced. My friends, we are in November. We are in November. The first week of November is already gone. Thanksgiving is coming up. Are you going to travel? Are you going to travel for Thanksgiving? Do you have plans that you're going to be visiting family in some other state, maybe far, far away from where you live? Are you going to be visiting family, friends? Do you have plans? Are you going to be traveling by air? Have you already purchased your flight tickets? Have you already made your plans? Are you having to change your plans right now because you see what's happening at airports? Are you concerned about the Schumer shutdown? Are you concerned that the Schumer shutdown, the Hakeem Jeffries shutdown, the AOC shutdown is impacting your Thanksgiving plans? Many people are. Many people across the United States, they are very, very concerned about the current situation, about the delays, about the cancellations. They are concerned. They don't know what they're going to do around Thanksgiving time. Are they going to be able to travel and get to their destination to be with their family on time? Are the flights going to be delayed, canceled? What's going to happen? The thing to keep in mind, my friends, the thing to keep in mind is that the American people are watching. We are seeing everything that's happening every day. We are seeing each and every day how the Democrats continue to obstruct, how the Democrats continue to move forward with their left-wing propaganda and their lies. They're spreading lies. That is what they're doing. The Democrats are actively spreading lies. My friends, who's responsible for this mess? The Democrats. Let me tell you something else. On one hand, there's the ongoing government shutdown. On the other hand, the Democrats are busy celebrating in New York City. Did you hear what I just said? Are you able to process the information that I just presented to you? What I just told you? That's right. On one hand, there's the ongoing government shutdown caused by the Democrats. On the other hand, the Democrats are busy celebrating in New York City. While the American people are suffering, the far left Democrats are celebrating the victory of a communist in New York City. That's right, a communist. A communist mayor. Zoran Mamdani, the communist, the new communist mayor of New York, mayor-elect. He has not been sworn in yet. He's the mayor-elect. But the radical left is waiting for Zoran Mamdani to be sworn in so that they can start the process of injecting communism in the heart and soul of New York City. Who could have ever imagined that such a nightmare scenario is going to become the reality? Communism is one of the greatest threats we face today. We thought that we had defeated communism, but it seems that communism is making a reappearance. Communism is making a reappearance with tremendous force. So, my friends, I want you to understand this. Communism must be defeated. We cannot allow communism to spread. We cannot allow communism to take over our cities, our states, our country. It is one of the greatest threats we face, communism, and we have to defeat communism. And how do we do that? We do that through education, through knowledge. We do that by studying history. We do that by studying the history of communism and how communism destroyed economies after economies. Socialism, communism, destructive. Every time socialism has been tried, every time communism has been tried, the economy was destroyed. Society was destroyed. Socialism and communism only bring about pain and suffering and hunger and poverty. Socialism and communism only bring about chaos and unrest. Communism must be defeated. My friends, I still cannot believe that the people of New York City, over 1 million people, voted for a communist to be the mayor. I still cannot believe it. I still wake up and I think, oh, maybe it's just a nightmare. Maybe this is not real. Maybe it has not happened. And then I open the newspaper. I turn on the TV. I turn on the laptop and I go to a news site and I read the news. And I see, no, it's real. New York City did vote for a communist. Why? Not everyone, but a lot of people voted for this. Do they realize what they have done? Do they realize that they have voted for a candidate who does not understand the concept of freedom, the concept of individual liberty? A communist can never understand what freedom means. A communist doesn't understand liberty. A communist doesn't understand that we must ensure and we must protect freedom in our country. That's what we do. We protect our freedom. We protect our constitutional rights. But communism leads to greater government control. A communist doesn't care about freedom. A communist cares about control. A communist wants to increase the size of the government and wants to increase the influence of the government in the lives of the American people. That's what a communist does. And how did the people of New York end up voting for a communist? I don't understand this. Anyone here from New York? Anyone here from New York City? My friends, let me know. Are you from New York City? If you live in New York, if you live in New York City, trust me, I understand your pain. I understand your pain. I understand that you want to pack your bags and leave. A lot of people are going to do that. A lot of people are already doing that. They're looking for an exit. People are saying, we don't want to be here. When is Mamdani going to be sworn in? We're going to get out of the city before that. That's a question that has come up. When is Zoran Mamdani going to be sworn in? When is his official term going to start? Do you know the answer? I'm going to give you the answer. But let me first tell you, the Mamdani team is busy with transition. The mayor-elect, communist Zoran, is busy with transition. Transition team. He's got a transition team. As he transitions from mayor-elect to being the mayor. Do the American people in New York City realize the crisis that they are in? It's a crisis that the voters invited. That's the worst part. Over 1 million people voted to invite this crisis into the city. Do you know how long a mayoral term in New York City is? Can anyone tell me? Can you give me an answer? Latasha is saying 4 years. That's right. David is saying 4 years. Ahmed is saying 4 years. JJ is saying 4. That's right, 4 years. 4 long years of pain and suffering. That's what over 1 million people voted for, unfortunately. With a communist mayor, it's going to be 4 long years of economic pain and suffering in the city of New York. Can you imagine how much of economic damage will happen in New York City in 4 years? Remember what Joe Biden did to our country. We suffered for 4 long years. The whole country, we suffered. We faced pain. We faced skyrocketing inflation. We saw rising gas prices when Biden was in office for 4 years. We saw rising grocery prices. We saw the erosion of the rule of law. We saw open border policies. We saw migrants coming to the United States and taking over private property. That is what they did. Do you know that? Do you know that migrants took over private property? You got to look at Colorado. You got to look at Colorado. Go back and look what Tren de Aragua did in Colorado. They took over private property, private building. So we suffered for 4 long years with Joe Biden in the White House. And now in New York City, a 4-year period of Mamdani being in office is going to start soon. The people of New York will see skyrocketing taxes, more and more taxes and fees, greater government control, shrinking freedom. Don't be surprised if law enforcement gets defunded in New York City, because Zoran Mamdani supports defunding the police. Don't be shocked. If you are a New Yorker, if you live in New York City, don't be shocked if you hear that Zoran Mamdani is going to defund the police. That is what is quite likely to happen. My friends, thank you all for being here. I have more to talk about. I'm just looking at the screen. I support police. I support law enforcement. I bag the blue. I bag the badge. If you support law enforcement, write it in the live chat. I support law enforcement. I support our police. Bag the blue. JJ is saying bag the blue. Absolutely. My friends. And yes, I support ICE as well. Absolutely. I support the police. I support law enforcement. I support ICE. Absolutely. Thank you, ICE. Thank you, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. I see lots of comments coming in. I'm still shocked, you know. It may sound like I'm repeating, but I'm still shocked. I cannot believe that over 1 million people voted for this in New York City. I think we have to do a better job in education. We have to explain to the people who don't understand this. We have to explain to them that socialism has never worked, that communism has never worked. Every time it has been tried, it has not worked. If people are expecting that this time communism is going to work, it's not going to work. And you have to understand also, to the voters of New York City, if you voted for Mamdani, I'm talking to you. I want you to understand that there's an inverse relationship between government control and freedom. The greater the government control, the less freedom we have. If you want to have more freedom, you have to shrink the size of the government. But what does a communist do? A communist inflates the government. A communist makes the government grow. A communist makes the government so big that government becomes the central power in society, the central power dictating each and every aspect of human life. And people lose their freedom if government grows in size. We have to shrink government. We have to make government limited. We have to fight fraud, waste, and abuse in government. But with Zoran Mamdani, the communist, government, the New York City government is going to grow. Just wait and see what happens. 4 long years. What's going to happen? Economic damage is likely. Government-run grocery stores will never work. But that is what Zoran Mamdani wants to do. He wants to have government-run grocery stores. My friends, people are asking, when is Mamdani going to be sworn into office? Well, let me tell you, let me give you the answer. The term starts in January. January 1 of 2026 is when Mamdani's official term will begin. Think of the new year. What do people do as we are approaching the end of the year, as we are looking forward to the new year? What do people do? They think of everything that they wish to accomplish in the new year. People look forward to great things. People look forward to good health. People look forward to economic prosperity in the new year. People look forward to happiness. They look forward to creating more memories with friends and family. The new year gives people hope. The new year gives people inspiration to do great things and to improve their lives and to seek new opportunities. The new year gives people hope of a better future. But in this case, the new year is going to introduce communism in New York City. All because of the mayor, Mamdani, Zoran Mamdani, that the people of New York City elected. This man, Zoran Mamdani, he is going to be the 111th mayor of New York City. It is still hard to believe that Mamdani is the mayor-elect. Still can't believe it. My friends, share with me your thoughts. Share with me your thoughts, my friends. Kay Cooper is here. Kay, good to see you. Our friend Kay Cooper is here from the great state of Texas. Please, everyone, say hello to Kay. And who else do we have? We got Tommy Brown here. Say hello to our friend Tommy Brown. Tommy Brown Jr., good to see you. Anyone else? Any of our friends here? I see Kay Cooper. I see Tommy Brown. Who else is here? Let's see. There are others. I see there are others. Someone saying MAGA. Someone just wrote MAGA. Listen, I love it. JJ. Thank you, JJ. Listen, let's do one thing. I know there are a lot of people watching this. I want you to flood the live chat with the word MAGA. Make America great again. Write MAGA in the live chat. Flood it. Cheryl is writing MAGA. Master is writing MAGA. Please write MAGA. JJ is writing MAGA. There are others who are writing MAGA. Alpha is writing MAGA. Thank you so very much. Write MAGA. Let the whole world know. Everyone who's watching, let the whole world know that we believe in making America great again. Go ahead, keep writing MAGA in the live chat. Send a message to whoever is watching, to everyone who's participating in the live chat, and to everyone who's watching without participating in the live chat. Tell them all that we believe in making America great again. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. 92 likes on this video. 8 more likes will get us to 100. Can we do that? Can we get to 100 likes, my friends? Let me know. Can we get to 100 likes? And don't forget to subscribe. I would appreciate if you subscribe to this channel, my friends. Please subscribe. That is how we grow. That is how we amplify our voice. That is how we grow this community and reach more people. Subscribe. It is important that you do so. Doesn't cost you any money. It's free. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button, my friends. It is so amazing feeling. It is such an amazing feeling. I gotta tell you, I'm here on this side of the screen, and when I look at the live chat and I see all those comments coming one after another, one after another, one after another, and I keep seeing MAGA, 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 make America great again, and Trump, Trump, Trump. I love it. It gives me great joy. It gives me tremendous hope that yes, we are going to be able to fight communism. We will never allow communism to win. I get renewed hope when I see so many freedom-loving people in the live chat. And this is a small channel. This is not a channel with 100,000 subscribers. This is not a channel with 200,000, 500,000, a million subscribers. It is a small community that we have. And if in this small community, at this hour, it's past midnight. It's past midnight. And yet, on a small channel such as this, we are seeing tremendous patriotism. We're seeing people who are writing MAGA, 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 make America great again. So what does that tell me? It tells me that we must never lose hope. We can win. We can defeat communism like we have done before. We will do it again. We will protect our freedom. We will protect our Constitution. We will protect our country. This is our home. This is our country. And we will not let communism pollute our country. We will spread our message of freedom. We will tell people, we will explain to people how communism has destroyed countries after countries. And we will explain to people that communism can never work, it never will. It will always lead to failure. We need to spread the message of freedom. Capitalism is the only thing that works. We want a free society. We want a society where people can pursue their dreams. We want a society where people can utilize their God-given skills to do what they want, to pursue their dreams, to pursue the life that they want to pursue, to achieve success, to earn greater prosperity. That is a society that we want. We don't want big government telling people what to do. We don't want big government taking over grocery stores. We want freedom. We want to see small businesses grow and thrive. We want to see young entrepreneurs taking risks, putting their ideas into action, producing great products and services, earning profit, investing, creating jobs, hiring more people, making significant contributions to the growth and success of our economy. We want to see people successful. We want economic growth. We want greater military power, military strength. And yes, we will protect our border. Absolutely, we will always protect our border. But we will also welcome immigrants who come here legally. Protecting our border means not allowing foreign nationals to invade our country, not allowing foreign nationals to just walk in without authorization. But we will welcome immigrants who come here legally. Those who wish to embrace the United States, those who wish to embrace our Constitution, we will embrace them. Those who are loyal to the United States, we will embrace them. Those who wish to make America greater than ever before, we will embrace them. Immigrants who will respect our flag. Immigrants who are here to become Americans. People who will respect our flag and not wave the flags of foreign countries while rioting on our streets. What did we see in California? Didn't we see in California rioters with foreign flags, flags of other countries, causing lawlessness on the streets of California? Didn't we see that? Remember, we saw that, right? My friends, let me ask you. I have spoken for over an hour. Whatever I'm saying, does it make sense to you? Do you agree with my viewpoints? You don't have to, but I would like to know if you do. Do you believe in making America great again? Thank you, my friends. Thank you for all your support. Agree 100%. Thank you so very much. JJ is saying, I do. Thank you, JJ. And there are others saying yes. Cheryl is saying golden age. Golden age. That is right. The golden age of America is here. And better days are waiting for us. But you know what? The Democrats are trying to stop this golden age. The Democrats are trying to disrupt this amazing momentum that we have as we head towards greater prosperity. But you know what? We will overcome all the challenges. We will not allow any barriers to stop us. We will not allow any obstacles to slow us down. we will do what we are destined to do. We are going to make America greater than ever before. The trade deals will be signed. The peace deals will be signed. Our allies will respect us. We will help our allies. We will strengthen our bond with our allies. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all, my friends. You know, it gives me tremendous joy and tremendous hope. You know, every time I do these live streams and I connect with so many of you, and you know, people from all over the country are watching this. People from all over the country, from different states, different time zones. We have friends from the Pacific time zone, the Mountain time zone, the Central time zone, Eastern time zone. People from the Northwest part of the country, people from the Southeast part of the country, people from the Northeast part of the country, and the Southwest, and the middle of the country. People from all over the country are watching these live streams. And it gives me great hope that we believe in the same thing. We believe in freedom. And we understand the importance of protecting this freedom. Every night I do these live streams, my heart is filled with hope. When you turn on the TV, you're going to see a lot of negative things. You're going to see Democrats' obstruction. You're going to see the spread of communism in New York City. You're going to see the left-wing radicals spreading their lies and their left-wing propaganda. And it can be very frustrating. But every time I do these live streams and I see our patriotic friends expressing their love for the United States of America and their willingness to protect freedom, it gives me great hope. Cheryl is writing MAGA. It gives me great hope. We must never lose hope. Optimism is essential. It is the key. Thank you, my friends. Do you have any questions for me? Go ahead and ask me questions if you want to. If you want to, ask me questions. Someone's asking me, why are you like this? What am I like? I am who I am. I'm transparent. I'm genuine. Whatever is in my heart, I share that with my friends. So if you ask me, why are you like this? Well, this is how God made me. I am nothing but a creation of God. God created me like this. So I am who I am. This is who I am supposed to be. God created me like this. Heidi is here. Heidi, good to see you. Kay Cooper writes, Tossif is the best host. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. So to answer your question, the person who asked me, why are you like this? I am like this because God created me like this. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to tell the truth every single day. I'm here to share the facts. Thank you. Someone's writing, you're a true American. Thank you. I'm a proud American each and every day. I'm a proud American, always. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends. Someone's writing, you're blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I consider myself very fortunate. I am blessed. I am blessed to be an American. I am blessed to be in the greatest country in the world. And I'm blessed to have friends like you all. I'm blessed to have this amazing community. The community that I can connect with every day and share whatever is in my heart. The community that responds to me, asks me questions, answers my questions. The community that shares their thoughts with me. I am blessed, absolutely. Every day, every moment, I am blessed. I'm blessed for the life that God has given me. I'm blessed that I can see the truth. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so very much. You know, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do this live stream because I'm having some allergies. I don't know if you can tell. I have a little bit of allergies. I was actually drinking hot tea. And so now it's cold. It's no longer hot because it's been sitting here for over an hour. But I was drinking tea and wasn't exactly sure if I'd be able to do this live stream, but I'm happy that I've been speaking for over an hour now. Yeah. I don't know if you could tell that I have allergies. I have a little bit of a nasal congestion going on and a little bit of allergy symptoms. All right. Wow, 118 likes already. Heidi is writing mega. Thank you, Heidi. Always great to see our friend Heidi. Oh, 122 likes. Great. Give me a second here. All right. Okay. All right, my friends. So what I'm going to do is wrap up this live stream now. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so very much. Please stay connected with me. Subscribe if you have not done so already, because I'm going to be back again very soon with more videos and more live stream. It's a pleasure to see this community growing, and hopefully we will continue to grow. And you know, the more people join this community, the stronger we will be, and the more we can get our message of freedom out to more people. So thank you so very much, my friends. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to be back again very, very soon. Okay. I'm going to end this a little early just because of my allergies. I wish I could stay with you a little longer. Thank you so very much, my friends. May God bless you all. May God bless President Donald J. Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless our Republican leaders in Washington. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies, and may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. With that, thank you, my friends. I'm going to be back again very soon, so stay connected with me. And remember, together, we will make America great again. We absolutely will. Thank you, my friends. I'm going to be back again soon. Have a good night. Thanks.